Okay, back to explicit formulas because they're easy to work with, right? You want the thousandth term, plug in 1,000. In this one, I have xn equals 3n quantity with the exclamation point after it. Does that just mean I say 3n? No, what does the exclamation point mean? It's a factorial. Have you ever seen a fact? So just to remind you, in case it's been a while, 5. No, it's 5 factorial, right? So what is that? Do you remember what that means? You take 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times, well, 1 doesn't do much, but we put it in there anyway. So that's 5 factorial, which means n factorial for a generic counting number n would be n times n minus 1 times n minus 2 times n minus 3, ... Eventually, you get to 1. So in this example, I ask you to find the first 3 terms, xn equals 3n, in parentheses, the whole thing factorial, divided by n minus 1 factorial. And it's really just to get you used to the factorial idea. What would x1 equal if you plug it in the formula? Don't compute the factorials yet. Just plug it in. Tell me what you get. Something factorial over something factorial. What would that give you? So you plug in 1 in here for n, plug in 1 in here for n. What would you get? 3 factorial over 0 factorial. And then you get nervous because, 0 factorial. I can't divide by 0 factorial, but you can because 0 factorial is defined to be 1. So it's 3 factorial, which is 3 times 2 times 1 over, by definition, 1. And we define 0 factorial to be 1 because it's convenient. It makes a lot of formulas work out nicely, as you'll see when we get to Taylor's series. So anyway, what do you get with that? For the first term, you get 6. Okay, you guys do the second term and the third term for me. And I will mention the calculator. Go to the math button on your calculator. Go over to PROB, which stands for probability. I use the left-hand arrow because it's quicker. And then the fourth guy down is your factorial button. So you can just press 4 on your keypad to get that exclamation point to come up. So without doing the factorials, you guys, what would the x2 look like, the second term look like? It would be something factorial over something factorial. What would that look like? 6 factorial over 1 factorial, which would just be 1. We don't need a new definition for that. Oh, okay, so did you plug in 6 factorial on your calculator? 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1? What'd you get? 720. Okay. And what would the other one look like without evaluating the factorials? If x3, it would be what? 9 factorial over 2 factorial. So I'll show you this one on the calculator. So, okay, 9, plug in the number first, and then math, PROB, number 4, and then we can do it all at once. Divided by 2 factorial is just 2. And you get 181,440. So factorials can increase pretty quickly.